welcome again to another live with a guest speaker. And today I have the pleasure and honor to have my close friend and also fellow fertility coach, Kayla Smith. Kayla,
Yeah.
welcome. I'm so happy
Thank
to have
you.
you.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
No. On the contrary, I really was looking for having you for a while because your approach is really special. It's very
Oh,
specific, and it's something that a lot of women, have no idea that doing some changes into this little stuff can
yeah.
help their fertility. So we're gonna start today, and the first thing is I always ask my guests. Please introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your story, what inspired you to do what you do. So, Kayla, is now your turn, please.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much again for having me. I am Coach Kayla Smith, and I am the CEO and Program Director of the Hormone Puzzle Society, which is a women's health hub for fertility, hormones, and the business of coaching. And within that society, I'm also a fertility and hormones coach. So I help clients get pregnant naturally through a method I created called the Hormone Puzzle Method and cycle syncing. And we'll get into what all of this means in a minute. But I started this practice out of my own personal struggle. I struggled with infertility for over 2 years. I had the infertility diagnosis or the unexplained that everybody seems to get. And I knew deep down that I was healthy. I thought I was eating right. I thought I was exercising right. And so when I couldn't get pregnant, it was a big shock. Like, I don't understand why I'm not getting pregnant. And so I went the medical route at first. They ran a bunch of tests, kept telling me my husband and I were healthy. We don't know why you're not getting pregnant. And then they tried to steer us down, the Western medical route with the fertility drugs and the treatments. And that's fine. I know that works for a lot of people. But for me, I said, there's nothing wrong with me. There's no medical reason why I'm not getting pregnant. So let me try to do this naturally. And so that's what I did. I went on like this 6-month hiatus of I'm going to do what I need to do to boost my fertility naturally, to eat what I need to eat, to exercise properly. And this business was kind of born out of that, out of just me going down that rabbit hole of research. And I was finally able to reverse my infertility. I got pregnant not once, but twice. Now I have 2 children, a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. And I started this company about 3 years ago after all of that. And I help women all over the world with these issues. So yeah.
Isn't it amazing that, when we have like common stories and you start from your own struggle, it's like a blessing, out of a
Yeah.
struggle. And then you learn how to love, because I love what I do, and I'm sure you do too.
too.
I can see it.
Yes. Well, I just think, I always heard growing up, like, find something that you're passionate about. And I don't know if your listeners are religious or whatever, but I believe that God put us on this earth for a certain purpose. And I think this is my purpose. And
Yes.
so just tapping into that, it's just amazing. I love it. I love everything about what I do.
Yes. And passion into that is what also motivates your clients. And this is what takes me to the second question. You have an approach, of course, to help others with their fertility. So how do you work with that type of clients? Because it's 2 little ramifications from your job. You have also a program for us coaches too.
Right.
But let's go with first your client, the women, the couples that are struggling with fertility. How do you work with them?
Yeah, so I have an online program and a one-on-one, so it's a virtual practice. And so I meet with my clients weekly by phone, and we go through the Hormone Puzzle method, which is that method that I created. And puzzle is an acronym, and it stands for proper whole food nutrition, understanding supplements, zapping stress, Z's, love and encouragement, exercise and environment. So those are the pieces that we work on each week to help you to put your hormone puzzle back together. So what that does is it creates homeostasis, which is balance in your body. So it allows your body to, 1, it gets down to the root cause of what's causing your infertility. And then 2, it allows it to do what it's supposed to do naturally, heal itself, and to be fertile. And so that's what I work on each week with my clients. And I also couple that with cycle syncing, which we can go into that now, or we can go into that in a minute. But
Yes. Please,
So
because it's all linked with each other. You know,
it
the
does.
hormones has to do with the cycle with that. So it's connected. Absolutely. Please, Kayla.
So cycle syncing is a functional medicine concept where a woman partners her food, fitness, social life, and work life with the phases of her monthly cycle. So she's working with her cycle instead of pushing against it. And so she's either eating certain foods during certain times to make the hormones that she needs, or she's eating foods to detox the hormones after she's gone through her, 28 to 35 day cycles, so that she's not recycling the hormones, which can sometimes cause all those symptoms, the cramping, bloating, all of that. So it's really just eating certain foods and doing certain activities to, again, bring balance to your body and to allow it to do what it's supposed to do naturally.
It's incredible because we talk in our past Instagrams about the cycling. And, I have learned, through the years that you don't know before, that our period is something that, for some reason we grew up with that yucky thing. And then I have realized that it's just a beautiful thing. And when someone like you comes and teaches us, I wish that when I was teenager, I start my period, I wish I could have someone that could explain me that, it goes with the moon, what kind of foods you can eat during that period, because, the crampings, I used to faint, like to lose from the pain. My legs will just, so, and I am applying all what I'm learning from your book, from everything, into my kids. So when my children says, like my Aliyah says, I have my period in Jackie, I'm like, no, Jackie, that's beautiful. You need to it's beautiful. That's how kids come, and we, this is a gift to us. So that balance.
And your period, your body's report card, it's telling you something is wrong. If you're having symptoms, that's like an alarm sounding, saying, hey, listen to me, something's wrong here. So listen to that.
Yes, incredible.
And one other point I wanted to make too is that is one of my goals, is to try to work with schools to teach, because I wish somebody had taught me this when I was 15 years old. Nobody told me this. We got this much of sex ed and of menstrual health. And so, that's one of my goals.
You are so right. It needs to be a movement, because I think girls especially, they need to know more about their sexuality, their periods. Because today, you see a lot of young mothers, teenage mothers, and how to take care of that, birth control, how birth control can mess up our bodies.
Yes, it's terrible.
It's terrible. So all of that, I'm with you on that. When you start that campaign, we go together.
Yes. I love it.
Yes. So now we go to the other ramification, and I tell you why. Because most of the members here in my group, of course, is women that are suffering from infertility. They are considering IVF, and even when they consider IVF, I tell them a coach like Kayla could help you in that part, because even if let's say you have an issue like this, like my fallopian tubes are blocked, and the only option is IVF. However, having something like, your nutrition, health, the hormone puzzle, and kind of creating that environment for our body help us to get there with a much healthier body and prepared to receive. Exactly. However, I also have some coaches like you and me, and I know that some of them, became coaches just from their journey, but you also have this program for coaches with this certified, and we can learn from that hormone puzzle. We basically can take all your experience, all what you research for yourself, and use it in our coaching. How is that? So that's the other client.
Yes. So this program was born because I kept having people come to me and say, I love what you do. I want to do that too. I have my own story with infertility. I've always wanted to be a coach. I've always wanted to help other women the way that I wish people had helped me. And so I started a coaching certification program. So like you said, I took all my research, my knowledge. I'm actually quadruple certified in fertility coaching. So I took all of that and I created a program that helps coaches not only learn the health pieces, so we learn all the hormone puzzle, the cycle syncing, all of that, but then it also teaches them how to coach a client. This is what you need to talk about in each session. So it's really easy to kind of go through the flow of things. But then I'll also put a business piece in there where I talk about how to get clients from social media and how to do your website and how to get on podcasts and all of that piece that I feel like was missing from my health coaching school. So I just researched and tried to figure out, okay, how do I do this? How do I make a profitable practice? And so all of that, it's 40 weeks worth of material in one certification where people can learn and then they can start their own practice as a fertility coach. And I'm all about, just like you know, collaboration over competition. There's so many people that need our help. I want there to be millions of fertility coaches all around the world doing what I do, because I can't do it all. So
it's incredible. I love that. I love that. And number one, number two, I signed up for your program, which I am so happy and excited because I needed to know all of that. I didn't know. And I said, okay, never is late. And what you mentioned is so important, collaboration. The world is so big. I can't take, competition. I always, if someone says no, okay, okay, not everybody is a cup of tea of everybody. But most people that I have known here, we are always for collaborations. And like you said, the world is so big and there is so many people that need our help. And some people might not connect with you and connect with other, or not connect with me. And maybe, I'm going to say, okay, you don't connect with me. Let me refer you to Kayla, or let me refer you to Michelle, or whatever. So women empowering women, we're supposed to do that to support each other.
Yes, I love it.
Now, so you went into the Hormone Puzzle, what it is, and you spelled the puzzle. So you have 2 cooking books. One is a small one that I have. Hello.
Yes.
And the other one is a 450 pages.
Yeah, it's not a cookbook.
It's not a cookbook? Oh, okay.
So it has 150 recipes in it, but it's a textbook. And it goes through my Hormone Puzzle method. It's basically my course in a book. So it's right here. I'll show you guys.
Yes, please.
Get it down without knocking all my other books down.
It's a Bible.
It is like big. So it's amazing. It's on my website. It's on Amazon. But if somebody wants to take my course, but maybe they don't have the funds to do that, or they just want to start smaller, then they would read the book, implement the method, do the recipes, all of that. It has client testimonials in it. It has my story. So it's quite extensive. It's wonderful.
Yes, it is. I love the one of the cookbook because, even though we are almost vegan here in my house, there is so many recipes that I just need, like to tweak a little bit of the ingredients, and they are so healthy. It's not only for fertility. I tell you something, even when you start something like this, your skin start also to look better, your energy, So
now, and it's whole food nutrition. I get that question a lot. Like, if I eat these recipes and I'm not trying to get pregnant, am I going to get pregnant? No, you have to have sex to get pregnant. But these recipes are just going to get you as healthy as possible. They're going to balance your hormones. They have ingredients in them that are meant to do certain things in your body to make you as healthy as possible, as fertile as possible. So it's just a wonderful, healthy cookbook, whether you're, doing IVF, whether you're going through infertility, whether you just want to be healthy and you want a pleasant period or whatever. So
that is the thing, the period. Listen to me, Kayla. One thing that I wanted to ask you. So all of this came from your own experience. So when you realize that something can be fixed because you have an explaining fertility, right? You went and searched on all of this and create your own recipes and all of that?
Yes, I did. I am a researcher at heart, and I just research. And that's how my whole 40-week course was created. Just me researching and learning and implementing things that had worked for me and for my clients. And so, lots of work, but definitely a passion. So it didn't even feel like work. It was just like, I love this. I want to
Yes, that was a drive, definitely. Your passion on yourself wanting to get pregnant.
Yes.
Where people can find you?
Yes. So on my website, at coachkayla.com, and I also have 3 free gifts on my website. So I have a fertility meal plan, I have a cycle syncing quick start guide, and a nutrition, just a holistic nutrition cookbook. So you can go to that site, get those freebies. I'm also all over social media. So I'm on Facebook at Kayla Health Coach. I'm on Instagram at Kayla_Health Coach. I have a Facebook group, which is at Hormone Puzzle, and on LinkedIn at Kayla Robinson Smith. And I'm also starting my own podcast very, very soon. That is the Hormone Puzzle podcast. So that will launch in September.
So you are a super multitask
yes.
women. I know, I love that. You know, I try my best. You know, you need to maybe put a little bit on your course for coaches, a little bit of how you can do that, you know, like manage time. And because I want to do many things, but I'm all over the place all the time, you know, different personalities, I guess. So everybody, you know, Kayla just said she's all over, and it's true. She's very much present in LinkedIn. I have seen that, and I am something that is learning. LinkedIn offers a lot of resources, more professional and researching like you. She's also on Instagram, her website, Facebook group. Her Facebook group is incredible because honestly, if you guys are here in my group, I'm gonna put here below our Facebook, your group link, so you can join. Because honestly, the system, the approach that Kayla has, I will say is like really a starting wherever you want to go, either trying to conceive naturally or either using an assisted method. Because when we have our bodies healthy, even the eggs, as they said, you know, our eggs age with ourselves. But if we are healthy, that also provides that healthy to our eggs, you know?
Right. Yep. So you can never, you're born with a certain number of eggs, but you can improve the health of those eggs. You can improve the health of your follicles, of if you're ovulating properly. All of that has to be working properly for IVF to even work, as you guys probably don't know. But yes, so the healthier you are, the better IVF is going to work, or any reproductive technology for that matter.
One thing before I forget, because there was a question, you know, I have few men in my group and I always, you know, kind of forget because it's like maybe 6 or 7. Your cookbook has any recipes that can also improve fertility in men? You know, male fertility is something that no one talk too much about, you know. It's like even men is like kind of scared for whatever reason, you know. I don't judge nobody. Could be, you know, something vulnerability but there is definitely is male infertility. So in your recipes also can work for them too.
Definitely. Yep. And the male fertility is a third of the equation. So it's a third female, a third male, a third unexplained. So definitely every couple that I work with, I'm like, let's put your partner on this eating plan too, even though he doesn't have a cycle, obviously, but it's all whole food nutrition. So if he's getting off of the processed foods and he's eating like lots of vegetables and, you know, the whole grains and beans and all of that healthy fats, it all helps with his sperm quality, quantity, motility, all of it. So yes, put your husband or your partner on this program too, because it will definitely help him as well.
Yes, it's a work of two too. Okay, beautiful. Now, Kayla, what would be like a final thought, a final message to my group, to the community here that, you know, is really interested in knowing more?
Yeah. So I just want to say that I love talking to you as always. And everybody in this group, you know, you can do this. You can get pregnant. You have to believe that. That's another piece that we really didn't talk about. It's that mindset of, I believe in my body. I trust my body. I can do this. My body can do this. And really believing that deep down in your core, because it will work. You just have to believe. So thank you again. I always enjoy talking to you.
Definitely. And, you know, I want to add your message because you are a truly testimonial of that. You were diagnosed with unexplained infertility, almost go through IVF like most people. And then you choose to believe that you can do it, that something in your body just need a little switch and try naturally. And even if you have gone through IVF, also the same. So we definitely, it's a beautiful message from Kayla. We have to believe. I know sometimes it's difficult because some people that has to go many cycles or multiple miscarriages, but still we are here to remind you that I believe is very important and that mindset is important. Kayla, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, I always love to talk to you and I hope to have you again. Because, you know, the hormone puzzle is something that is, you know, you explain the basics, but looking for like little subjects on the subject So I'm gonna definitely come back and have you again for going into that little subjects over subjects. Again, a book of 450 pages says all. So.
Yes. We have a lot to talk about. Yeah.
A lot. I can stay with you for hours for sure.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a beautiful afternoon.
Bye, guys. Thank you.